Hi, welcome to MindBlend. Today we're peeling back the layers on a topic that touches every one of us, the boundaries we must respect in our interactions with others. Think about it. Have you ever felt the weight of expectations that just seem too much? Or perhaps you've been guilty of setting them yourself? Well, buckle up because we're about to explore the 10 unrealistic demands you should never place on anyone. Ever found yourself burdened by someone's over-the-top expectations? Well, today we're diving into the 10 unrealistic demands you should never place on anyone. Before we jump in, consider hitting that subscribe button. Subscribing unlocks a treasure trove of content geared towards enhancing your understanding and sparking meaningful conversations. It's a simple click that offers continuous personal growth and community interaction. Join our MindBlend community for more insights and discussions. Now let's get into those unrealistic demands. Demand number 1, be perfect. This is perhaps the most classic yet unrealistic expectation that can be placed on any individual. Striving for perfection is like chasing a mirage. It's elusive, and the journey can be infinitely frustrating. When perfection becomes the benchmark, it's not just about doing well, it's about never making mistakes. This mindset can create a suffocating environment, whether at work, in personal relationships, or even within one's own self-perception. The constant pressure to meet an impossible standard can lead to significant stress, anxiety, and a plummeting self-esteem. Imagine the strain it puts on relationships. When one person holds another to a standard of perfection, it leaves no room for human error, for growth, or for the simple, beautiful nuances that make each person unique. The demand for perfection can turn supportive relationships into endless critiques. Let's shift our perspective. Life isn't about being perfect, it's about growth and learning from our imperfections. Remember, perfection is an illusion. Embracing imperfections strengthens connections. Next up, always being available. Imagine a world where you're expected to answer every call, respond to every message instantaneously, and be on call 24/7. Sounds exhausting, doesn't it? Yet this is a common, unrealistic demand placed on many, be it in friendships, family relations, or professional environments. Constant availability is not just impractical, it's a one-way ticket to burnout. In personal relationships, it can lead to feelings of suffocation and loss of individuality. Professionally, it blurs the boundaries between work and personal life, often diminishing overall productivity and well-being. Moreover, the expectation to always be on standby ignores the simple fact that everyone has their own life, responsibilities, and needs for downtime. It overlooks the importance of balance and the necessity of recharging one's mental and emotional batteries. Remember, just as a phone needs to be put on Do Not Disturb to recharge, so do human beings. Everyone needs personal space and time. Respect it. Demand 3, read my mind. Imagine expecting someone to know exactly what you're feeling or thinking without uttering a single word. It sounds like a plot from a science fiction novel, doesn't it? Yet this is a common, albeit unrealistic demand we place on those around us. Whether it's a partner, friend, or colleague, the expectation that they can decode our innermost thoughts just by being in our presence is not only unfair, but also impractical. Human beings, fascinating as we are, do not come equipped with psychic abilities. Our personal experiences, emotions, and thoughts are intricate and private. Assuming others understand our needs without clear communication sets the stage for misunderstandings and frustration. Encouraging open dialogue where thoughts and feelings are shared openly can dramatically improve our relationships. This approach fosters understanding and reduces the guesswork that often leads to disappointments. Clear communication is key, no one's a mind reader. 4th demand, don't change. Imagine being in a relationship or friendship where the unspoken rule is to remain exactly as you are today. No growth, no evolution. Sounds stifling, doesn't it? Yet, it's a demand often placed, subtly or overtly, on many individuals. This expectation roots itself in a fear of change, where personal development is seen not as an achievement, but as a threat to the status quo. When someone demands that you don't change, they're essentially saying they value their comfort over your growth. They prefer the predictable version of you that fits neatly into their world. But here's the thing, change is inevitable. It is integral to life and personal fulfillment. Whether it's picking up new skills, changing careers, or simply refining personal beliefs, growth signifies life. To demand stagnation from someone is not just unrealistic, it's unfair. It clips the wings of potential and dims the spark of exploration. Growth is a part of life, celebrate it, don't stifle it. Demand 5, handle all my financial needs. Imagine walking into a partnership where one person is expected to be the sole financial provider. This isn't just about traditional roles in a family. It's also seen in friendships, romantic relationships, and even between siblings. The expectation that one person should handle all financial obligations, from bills to vacations, is not just unrealistic, it's unfair. In any healthy relationship, financial responsibilities should be a shared conversation. It's about teamwork, discussing budgets, and making joint decisions on expenses. This approach not only alleviates pressure but also fosters mutual respect and understanding. When one person is burdened with all the financial responsibilities, it can lead to stress, resentment, and even a sense of inequality that might poison the relationship. Remember, love and friendship should be about support, not about turning your partner or friend into an ATM. Financial partnership means sharing, not shouldering it all. Sixth unrealistic demand: sacrifice everything for me. Imagine being asked to abandon your passions, sideline your dreams, or sever ties with family and friends for the sake of a relationship. It sounds extreme, doesn't it? Yet it's not uncommon for some to expect their partners to drop everything to fulfill their needs and desires exclusively. This demand not only strips individuals of their identity but also imprisons them in a cycle of dependency and resentment. A relationship should be a partnership where both individuals encourage each other to pursue their interests and maintain healthy relationships outside of the couple. When one person is forced to sacrifice everything, it's not a sign of love, it's a red flag for control. True affection in a relationship means understanding and respecting each other's need for personal space and individual growth. Remember, you should never have to lose yourself to be with someone else. Relationships thrive on mutual respect and support, not sacrifice. Demand 7. Always agree with me. Imagine living in a world where everyone just nodded along, where every yes was automatic, void of thought or personal belief. It sounds more like a robot assembly line than a vibrant human society, doesn't it? Yet, some people place this exact demand on their friends, family, or colleagues. They expect unwavering agreement regardless of the situation. This demand can be particularly suffocating. It strips individuals of their unique perspectives and reduces vibrant conversations to mere echoes of a single voice. Disagreement, contrary to what some might think, isn't an unwelcome disruptor. In fact, it's a vital part of human interaction. It sparks creativity, fosters understanding, and can lead to better decisions. By expecting constant agreement, we not only undermine the value of diverse viewpoints, but also put unnecessary pressure on our relationships. It's important to remember that true respect in any relationship comes from acknowledging and appreciating differences, not from erasing them. Agree to disagree. It's healthy. Next demand: be my everything. In every relationship, it's tempting to want one person to be the cornerstone of your emotional, physical, and social universe. This expectation, however, is not just unrealistic, it's unfair. No single individual can embody everything one needs for fulfillment and happiness. It places an immense burden on them to be the perfect partner, friend, confidant, and sometimes even therapist. Imagine the strain this puts on someone. It's akin to asking a single tree to represent an entire forest. Not only does this diminish the beauty and diversity of having different relationships in one's life, but it also prevents personal growth. Each person in your life brings unique perspectives and strengths. By expecting one person to fulfill all roles, you miss out on the richness of varied human connections. Furthermore, it's crucial for personal development to find satisfaction and support from multiple sources. Whether it's friends, family, hobbies, or professional help, diversifying your emotional portfolio is healthy. Diversify your sources of happiness and support. Ninth demand: no boundaries. Imagine life as a series of rooms, each representing different aspects of who we are. Our thoughts, feelings, dreams, and fears. Now imagine someone constantly walking in and out of these rooms without knocking. It's unsettling, isn't it? This is what happens when boundaries are not respected. Boundaries are not just a set of rules. They are a declaration of what is acceptable and what isn't in any relationship. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or a partner, everyone needs that personal space where they can feel safe and secure. Without these boundaries, there's a risk of feeling overwhelmed, or worse, losing one's sense of self. It's also essential to understand that respecting boundaries isn't about creating distance. It's about fostering health and mutual respect. It allows relationships to grow because when people feel respected, they are more open and honest. Boundaries are vital. Respect them. Final unrealistic demand: unconditional forgiveness. The expectation that someone must forgive regardless of the severity or frequency of the offenses is not just unrealistic, it's potentially harmful. This demand places immense pressure on individuals to suppress their feelings and grievances, often leading to unresolved emotional conflicts. Imagine being expected to always extend forgiveness, no matter the circumstance. This does not allow room for genuine resolution or for the offending party to fully understand the impact of their actions. True forgiveness should be a process, one that involves acknowledgement, remorse, and a commitment to change by the offender. It's essential to recognize that while forgiveness can be a powerful tool for healing, it requires more than just letting go. It involves a deep understanding from both sides and a real effort to improve the relationship. Without these elements, forgiveness is reduced to a mere obligation, stripping it of its healing properties. Forgiveness is important, but it must come with understanding and change. Let's do a quick recap of the 10 unrealistic demands you should never place on anyone. First, expecting someone to be perfect is not just unrealistic but also immensely pressuring. Then there's the demand to always be available. Life is unpredictable and everyone deserves their own time. We also discussed how expecting someone to read your mind sets both parties up for disappointment. Not allowing personal growth can stifle someone's potential and happiness. We explored the financial overload too, emphasizing that it's unfair to expect one person to handle all financial burdens. Sacrificing everything for another person's happiness isn't just unrealistic, it's harmful. Agreeing always, it just suppresses genuine expression, fulfilling every need. It's impossible for one person to be everything to someone else. And lastly, having no boundaries or expecting unconditional forgiveness can lead to toxic situations. Have you ever faced any of these demands? Share your experiences in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content like this. Thanks for watching MindBlend.